What's going on, baseball fans? How you doing? Big trade today between the Red Sox and the Yankees. A rare trade. Adam Ottavino heading to the Red Sox. I got a lot to say about it. Kris Bryant, is he going to go to the Mets? Is he going to go to the Blue Jays? What's going on with Kris Bryant? Major League Baseball and the Players Association, they're at it again. We're going to talk about it tonight. Let's get to it. And what is going on, baseball fans? How you doing tonight? We got 91 people in the chat to start things off. Another great start to these streams. You guys have been killing it with the streams lately. Man, oh man. But we got some heavy competition tonight with Giraffe Neck Mark. He's got like 2 million people over there tonight. But, hey, what can you do? What can you do? Well, we got a good crowd in here to start things off. 91 people right now. Hope you're all doing well today. Hope you all had a good start to your week. Hope you all had a good Monday. Hopefully none of you had a case of the Mondays. I had a bit of a case of the Mondays. You know, I worked today, pretty good day at work, came home, and then I started getting some ideas for some videos to make in the next week or so. And then next thing I know, it's like 7:30 and I hadn't even started getting ready for this stream tonight. So that's why I'm a little late tonight. Usually I'm starting around like 8:30. So tonight, a bit of a late start. But keep in mind, it was because I'm working on some videos for the next week. I got about 3 videos, maybe even 4 videos that I could be dropping in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned for those. But we got some baseball news to talk about today. Man, oh man, I'm going to tell you this right now. I love the Adam Ottavino trade. Absolutely love it. Some of you may think I'm crazy. Some of you may think or some of you may also love that trade. I am on the side that absolutely loves it. I'm going to tell you why here in a little bit. We got some more, more Kris Bryant news tonight. The saga continues with Mr. Kris Bryant. And what do you know? Major League Baseball and the Players Association, once again, they're not the best of friends. Let's just say that. We'll get into that here in a little bit. But before I get started, as I always got to do, if you can, hit that subscribe button. If you are new here looking for more baseball news and baseball content, we're on our way to 6K by opening day. Hope you like the rhyme. But we just hit 5K subscribers recently. We're almost at 5.1. You guys have been killing it. You guys have been hitting that subscribe button. You've been joining the community here. Absolutely awesome to see in the last couple of weeks. This channel has really been growing. So hopefully by opening day, we can get to 6,000 subscribers. How awesome would that be? So as well, hit that like button for me, everyone. We got some competition tonight. We got some other people streaming out there tonight. So hit that like button. YouTube likes the like button. If you hit that like button, YouTube likes it, so it'll get it out there to more baseball fans. Go follow me on Twitter. I was tweeting a lot today about Adam Ottavino. Like I said, love the trade. I was tweeting about it. So go follow me on Twitter as well if you want to talk some baseball throughout the day. So, everyone, let's just get right to it. So, as I've said a couple of times now, let's get this music off. I love the trade of Adam Ottavino. Let's just dive right in. Whoops. Wrong button. Adam Ottavino heading to the Red Sox. A very rare trade between the Red Sox and the Yankees. The last trade to take place between these two teams was 2014 with Stephen Drew. So it's been a while since these two teams have connected. And this, to me, I actually love this trade, not just for the Red Sox, but I think it really benefits the Yankees as well. I think there's a lot of things to like on both sides for this trade. And I'm going to present to you why. But let's get to the story here. Let me actually pull it up here. Let's share the screen. Okay. So as you can see, that's not the right one. Here it is. So, Adam Ottavino going to the Red Sox. This was announced today at 1:15 in the afternoon. The first bit of news broke right kind of late morning today. I remember I was at recess today. As for those of you that don't know, I am a teacher. I teach second grade. While my kids were frolicking on the playground today, I'm standing there talking to one of the other teachers. My phone starts buzzing, and then all of a sudden, Adam Ottavino heading to the Red Sox, and I'm thinking, what the heck is going on here? What is I didn't even know how to react to it because I was like, whoa, okay, the Red Sox did something. Wait a minute, it's Adam Ottavino. Wait a minute, Adam Ottavino's on the Yankees. Wait a minute, Adam Ottavino he's a pretty key reliever for the Yankees. I don't know, my mind was just spinning when I first saw that. But then I processed it, I ate my lunch, and I thought for a second, this is awesome. I love this move, and I'm going to get into it here in a second, but let's kind of just read what's going on here. So in an ultra-rare swap between AL East rivals, the Yankees have reportedly traded right-hander Adam Ottavino to the Red Sox in exchange for cash or a player to be named later. The Red Sox are also getting Frank Herman from the Yankees. He was the number 23 prospect in the Yankees system, right-handed pitcher out of the Yankees system. We'll go look at him here in a second, but ultimately, the main motivation behind this move, it was a salary dump. That's really all it was with the Yankees. There had been some murmurs of Adam Ottavino maybe being on the move. He was talked about a lot recently. It just felt like in the last year, the Yankees really lost trust of Adam Ottavino. I think, honestly, I mean, some of you in the chat may be on my side here, but I felt like I was the only one on the planet that liked Adam Ottavino last year, and I'm a Red Sox fan, and he was on the Yankees, and I'm thinking like, man, I like Adam Ottavino. I like what he brings to the table. I like his stuff. He's got an awesome slider. He has decent velocity. He just wasn't really, I think, personally being put in the best spots with the Yankees. I think they were trying to change his game up too much. They've had guys come over to the Yankees before where they do much better elsewhere. Sonny Gray, Lance Lynn, just to name a couple in recent years. Adam Ottavino, I really think, was a very similar case to those two. I think the Yankees, they tried to make him into something that he just really wasn't, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So let's go pull up the stats with Adam Ottavino. Let's go pull up the basic stats first, because I know a lot of people, they like to just jump to Baseball Reference or MLB.com, and this is the first thing they see. They see this 5.89 ERA. They see that negative wins above replacement. I mean, yeah, I get that. When you first see that, you're like, oh, boy, that's not good. They see that whip, but come on, everyone. It's 2021. Enough of looking at just the ERA. Enough of looking at just the whip. Yes, those are fine and dandy. Those can paint a bit of a picture, but come on now. It's time to start looking at the FIP a little more. It's time to start looking at the XFIP. It's time to start looking at the XWOBA, the X batting average, the XERA. It's time to start really giving more focus on those advanced stats. And I know I like to call them the nerd stats. And you know what? Yes, I am a nerd over all those kind of stats, but they paint a much better picture than just ERA and whip. I do think those have their place. I think those can paint a picture as well. But I think you got to start looking at some of these advanced numbers, and that's what you have to do with Adam Ottavino. And let me kind of tell you, let me plead my case here for an Adam Ottavino and why I think he is still one of, I'm not saying he's like on the level of a Liam Hendricks or like a Aroldis Chapman, like a top tier kind of a closer guy. I really think he can be a really solid setup man. So let's go take a look at Ottavino. So, real quick, the first thing that I want to pull up, when I was talking about how the Yankees tried to make him into something that he's not, this is what I'm kind of talking about here. So I'm on the batted ball page for Fangraphs. If you go take a look here, 2019, 2018, 2017, look at the fly ball percentage. He had 40.9% in 2017, 38.4%, 41.1%. He gave up a lot more fly balls. The ground balls were much lower in his career. 37% in 2017, 43%, 39% 2019. Look at 2020. Look at the jump. 48% ground balls. That's a big jump. That's about 10%. That's almost 10% more ground balls that he's giving up. Look at the fly ball percentage, 32%. He started giving up more ground balls, less fly balls. Adam Ottavino, he has always been get the strikeout or get a fly ball. That's how he's always worked, and he's always been successful that way. Yes, he has been a ground ball pitcher in the past as well, but he started more turning into more of a fly ball kind of a pitcher, and that's how he's had a lot of his success. If you go back, taking a look at the kind of the numbers over the years. Yes, 2017, actually looking at 2017 real quick. So, yeah, it's 2017. I'd have to dig deeper and kind of look to see what happened to him in 2017. But if we take a look here, ERA, I mean, he's been really good. 2018, he was awesome. 2019, this guy was awesome. A 1.90 ERA. The FIP was a bit higher that year, kind of told more of a story, but he pitched a lot of innings out of that bullpen, had a lot of strikeouts. This guy always gets the strikeouts. So, I mean, he's had himself some pretty good seasons over the years. 2017, bit of a bumpy 2017. I honestly think this is kind of what you're looking at here with Adam Ottavino. One more time. If you go take a look, again, they tried making him a ground ball pitcher. They tried making him more of a fly ball pitcher. It wasn't working. It just wasn't working with him this past year. They just tried doing something different with him. And also, take a look at this. This is the big one that I really want to present to all of you. Paying attention. If you're paying attention right now, this is the number I want you to pay attention to. Look at the BABIP. Look at this right here. The batting average on balls in play. Look how high this was. A 375. That is extraordinarily high. That is like ridiculously high. I actually want to go look at I want to go take a look at the league average on that. What was the BABIP of the league last year? 291. A 291 batting average on balls in play. This dude had a 375. There was a video posted today. I forget who posted it. I completely forget who posted it. But it might have been Red Sox stats, I think. Let me go actually pull this up real quick. I thought it was a great video. If it was him, I don't know. I think it might have been him. Also, what a great bio. If you're a Red Sox fan, go follow Red Sox stats. Small sample sizes, Mark Bellhorn facts. That's all I need to know. This is a great account to follow. I think it was him that posted this. No. I don't remember who posted the video. Someone posted a video today of Adam Ottavino. Who was it? No, I just typed it in wrong. If I can find this video, I'm telling you, it's gonna go perfectly with what I'm saying here. Oh my God, I cannot type right now. Here we go. All right. Can we find it? No, not there. No, not that one. I don't know. I can't remember who posted this video. Dang, man. I really want to... Can Cut 4 please stop it with these awful Photoshops? Can they just stop it, please? This is... It's so funny. I just love these. Dang, man. Was it this? No, wasn't that. All right, I'm just going to have to tell you about the video. So the video today, once again, we're talking about the BABIP for Adam Ottavino. 375. That is really high. There was a video today where Adam Ottavino gave up a lot of weak contact this year, and it just led to base hits, whether or not like someone on defense couldn't get the play done, but it wasn't counted as an error, or, just someone messed up behind him. That's what I'm saying. With him, he's always relied more on the fly ball. When this past year, he had a lot of dribblers, a lot of weak contact kind of balls get by him and get by the infield, and it just led to runs. And that's what I'm saying. looking at the batting average on balls in play, 375 is really high. That is really high. That's not normal. 291 is the league average this past year. That's extremely high. And what that suggests is that he got extremely unlucky this year. That is going to go down. History has shown when you have a very high batting average on balls in play, that usually means the next season you're going to have better numbers. That's going to go down. And also, this was over a short season. This is over a short season. This guy has been getting at least 50 innings per season the last 3 seasons. Give him like 30 more seasons or 30 more innings. I guarantee you he ends up having a better season. Look at the FIP. 3.52 FIP. 3.78 XFIP. Those are good numbers. That's a good FIP. That's a good XFIP. That's actually above average in when you compare it to the league average of FIP and XFIP. Let's just go look at the game log as well. If you want to just make it more simple, we're not looking at any advanced stats here. This guy, go looking at the game log right now. He had a lot of shutout outings, a lot of scoreless outings, except for 2. Look at September 7th. He gave up 6 runs. 6 runs in 1 outing. Wasn't even able to record an out. He gave up 3 runs right here against the Rays. He had 2 bad outings. Okay, yeah, there was one here. He gave up 1 run. But that's going to happen with relievers. Relievers are going to come in. They're going to cough up something here and there. That's why with relievers, looking at ERA is not really like, sure, yes, it's nice if a reliever has a good ERA, but sometimes their ERAs are way more prone to getting ballooned because of 1 bad outing. You're not a starter where you're going to get so many innings to where that will kind of even out over time. But with a reliever, 1 bad outing like that, that's going to make your ERA just shoot right up. Like, just shoot up. I did the math, and I think his ERA, if you take out these 9 runs, I believe his ERA would have been in the low 2s. I know if you took out the 6 runs, his ERA would have been a 2.98. I'm just saying, this is a great move for the Red Sox. They needed another arm for this bullpen. 35 years old. I want to go take a look at the advanced stats as well. Let's go take a look at good old Baseball Savant. And this guy was still putting up very good numbers with the advanced numbers. Why? Because of the quality of contact that he was giving up. He was giving up a lot of weak contact a lot. Yes, he was giving up his fair share of hard hit balls too, but he gave up a lot of weak contact as well. Go taking a look here. The expected numbers all ranked very well with him. He needs to kind of cut down on the walks a little bit. That is on him. Exit velocity, yes, he gave up some hard hit balls. Yes, definitely you can see that. Spin rate on the fastball, middle of the pack. Velocity, middle of the pack. He's going to throw 93, 94 for the most part. I think he definitely needs to try and get a few more swing and misses. Again, middle of the road kind of a guy. But if you take a look at him, he still has one of the nastiest sliders in the game. He still has one of the nastiest sinkers in the game. Go looking at the rankings here. Looking at where his sinker ranked in 2020. 3.3 more inches of movement compared to the average sinker. And if you take a look at the slider, about 8 inches more movement than the average slider this past year. This guy still has it going on. I really think this guy's going to be very good in this bullpen with the Red Sox. I think Chaim Bloom, this is a guy that with the Rays for all those years, they brought in so many guys where they were able to get the best out of them pitching-wise. So taking a look here at the depth chart with the Red Sox right now, I wonder if they've already updated this. Yes, they already have. Look at that. Man, the Red Sox right on it. So as you can see here, the Red Sox have some potential in this bullpen. They have some potential with this bullpen. Adam Ottavino, you throw him in there now as one of these setup guys. I am curious to see how Matt Barnes, if he is going to be the closer. It seems like they might be heading towards that way with some comments that Alex Cora's made. Cora said he would be okay with having Matt Barnes as the closer. But Matt Barnes has kind of struggled in that role throughout his career. He had some good outings this past year. But, Matt Barnes, I think he has the stuff to be a pretty good closer. I actually want to look up Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes. Here we go. Alrighty. I like me some Matt Barnes. He was good in that 2018 World Series run. Really liked him. The only problem with him is he definitely leaves some balls over the plate a lot. Gives up a lot of hard hit balls. The expected numbers weren't very good. The one thing with him, though, is he's going to strike out some guys. He walks guys, though. I don't know. Matt Barnes, he makes me a little nervous as the closer. I don't know. The one thing I like with Matt Barnes, though, he's got a nasty curveball. His curveball is one of the better ones in the game. This past year didn't rank very well, but he's had a good curveball over the years. I like his curveball a lot. And his four-seamer's got some movement on it, too. It's got some running action on it. So, Matt Barnes, curious to see, could he be something in that closer role? I don't know. I'm wondering. That's what I kind of wonder how that's going to go with the Red Sox. I think they got some guys very capable of being setup men. One guy, though, that I want to pay attention to, though, while I do think Adam Ottavino is going to be more of like a key setup guy for the Red Sox, I really think the one guy to pay attention to is Darwinzon Hernandez. Really pay attention to him because I think this guy has the makings of a closer. I really think so because when you look at the advanced stats, he's got good velocity on the fastball. He's got good spin rate on the fastball. His curveball's got good spin rate. I'm telling you, look out for this guy. He really has the makings of a closer. He's kind of got like this bulldog kind of mentality coming out of the bullpen. He just comes at you. He throws a lot of strikes. Well, actually, where was he with his walks? What was his walks per nine? Actually, I might take that back. I can't remember. Does he throw a lot of strikes? I know he likes to attack the strike zone. Hold on, let me see here. No, I take that back. His walks have actually been kind of high. Who am I thinking of? I may be thinking of someone else, or maybe I'm thinking of the home runs. He keeps the ball in the ballpark. The walks definitely need to improve. Definitely need to improve with the walks. Absolutely, but he gets a lot of strikeouts. He doesn't give up a lot of home runs. But he can walk some guys. But he can strike out some guys, too. Keep an eye on Darwinzon Hernandez this year as a possible closer for the Red Sox. I think he has a fastball to make it happen. He's got good life on that fastball. He's got the slider that can be a good, nasty pitch to get some guys, to strike some guys out. I kind of wonder. I think the Red Sox bullpen, I still think it's a work in progress, but you got some potential in this bullpen. Phillips Valdez, he really emerged last year as a good middle relief option. Ryan Brazier, he was pretty good in 2018. Can he get himself right? They're going to have to figure out the closer role. I think for setup-wise, I think they have the 7th and 8th inning covered for the most part. But what are they going to do, 6th inning, maybe even 7th inning too, 6th, 7th inning, 9th inning? How are they going to adjust? What they're going to have to put the right roles for the right guys. So, but that's where I think Alex Cora, I can trust Alex Cora when it comes to giving guys the right role. So, gonna have to see how this all plays out. I think spring training is going to be very important with this bullpen. They're definitely going to be competing for spots, that's for sure. But then you got some other guys. Matt Andriese, could he have a good spot, a key spot in that bullpen? Pivetta, is he going to end up being in the rotation? Could he be a bullpen guy? Tanner Houck? I mean, Tanner Houck is really a two-pitch guy if you take a look at Tanner Houck. So, he's got the fastball. He's got the slider. I kind of wonder if Tanner Houck could end up maybe going out of the bullpen. I mean, I take that back. He has a sinker, but that's kind of like a two-seamer. So he's kind of like a three-pitch guy. So, I don't know. Could they have him in the bullpen? Really, spring training is going to be a very, very important spring training for this team. I think there's going to be a lot of roles having to get addressed for this team this year. So we'll have to wait and see. I would like to see Tanner Houck in the rotation. He had a couple of good outings last year for the Red Sox. Would love to see what he could do. But overall, getting back to Adam Ottavino, I really think this is a guy. Keep an eye on him this year. I think he could have a really good year for the Red Sox. I'm not saying he's going to be like, all-star closer kind of a guy, but I think this is a guy that I think just because they go to his stats, they see the ERA in the 5s, and they think, oh my God, Adam Ottavino, he's nothing. He's nothing. He's done. But no, I think the Red Sox, I think they're going to use him well. I don't think the Red Sox would have traded for him. I think they would have looked elsewhere for a salary dump kind of move. There was a lot of murmurs, too, about Adam Ottavino, or not Adam Ottavino, about the Red Sox possibly looking to take on a bad contract and get a prospect in return. And I just didn't think it was going to be an Adam Ottavino. I mean, it's just so rare for teams to trade within the division, especially the Red Sox and the Yankees. I did not see this one coming at all. I don't think anyone saw this coming. So I think Adam Ottavino, he could be really solid this year. I think he's going to be a lot better than he was with the Yankees. I just don't think the Yankees used him very well. I don't think they tried to turn him into something that he's not, just like they did with Sonny Gray, just like they did with Lance Lynn. And those guys ended up doing better elsewhere. So, but there is one more aspect of this trade, and that's the Red Sox also got a prospect. Frank Herman. Go taking a look at him. Actually, I want to go to the top prospects. I wonder if they have updated this. So I think he was 23 in the Yankees system. Is he still here? Nope, they've updated it. So let's go see where he's at with the Red Sox now. I'm actually intrigued. Wow, really? He fell? It's a 27? I don't know. That seems a little... He was like, the Yankees have a deeper farm system than the Red Sox. I'd think that this guy would probably be a little higher. Either way, though, he's number 27. He's in the top 30 with the Red Sox. 23 years old. He's got a plus fastball. He's got a solid changeup already. They're trying to work on his slider a little bit. It has potential. It's more of a slurve right now. They're trying to get it to where it's a little more tight, has a little more bite on it. But the fact that he has a plus fastball already, he already has a good changeup. This is a guy... In Division I, he had a 1.58 ERA. He finished 6th in WHIP in 2018. He went to the University of North Florida. That's actually right near where I'm at, kind of, sort of. I'm not very far from North Florida. But he went here. If we actually go take a look at the stats, he's done really well so far. In 2018, he was with rookie ball, and then he was on split squad. 2019, he was in rookie ball, high A ball. High A ball, he had a 3.79 ERA. 82 where's the... Oh, here it is. 82 strikeouts over 76 innings. That's pretty good. Walks were really good as well. Frank Herman, I think this is a really solid prospect for the Red Sox to pick up. Again, it's just another pitching prospect that they've added to their system. They need more pitching prospects. I can't stress enough. They have never really had that much luck when it comes to pitching prospects. They had Clay Buchholz, they had John Lester, but really, other than that, they haven't really had too many guys. I mean, they got Tanner Houck, who's doing something now, but what is he going to do? This year, is he going to be able to keep it going? He had some success in a few starts last year, but what's he going to do? Jay Groom, they picked him in the first round a couple of years ago. He had to have Tommy John. He's still working his way back. The Red Sox have never really had much success when it comes to pitching prospects. The only two that jump right to mind are guys like John Lester and Clay Buchholz. So, but yeah, that's pretty much the trade. Again, the Red Sox getting Adam Ottavino, also getting Frank Herman, a pitching prospect. I love this trade. And for the Yankees, I can't leave out the Yankees. Let's go take a look at the Yankees right now. But so most importantly for the Yankees, what this does is it's going to clear payroll. And I think that's really good. I think it's good for the Yankees. With Adam Ottavino, they were at around like $204 million, like $205 million, I believe. That's pretty close to that luxury tax. But now they've made some room. $195 million right now. I believe right now. So the luxury tax payroll estimate, that puts them at $201 million right now for the luxury tax payroll. So they have room to go get a cheaper reliever. I think they want to go out and get someone that they kind of think will work better for them. The Yankees have, they have a certain view of how they want their relief pitchers to be. I know they want their relief pitchers, they want them to throw hard, and they want them to get ground balls. That's what the Yankees want out of their bullpen. They want guys that can throw some gas, and they want guys that can get some ground balls. So I think they're going to go after someone. We'll go take a look at the free agents here in a second. But another guy to keep an eye out for is Brett Gardner. What's going to happen with Brett Gardner? So there was some news with Brett Gardner today. So shortly after the news broke of Adam Ottavino going to the Red Sox, a report came out that they have resumed discussions with Brett Gardner. The Yankees recently rekindled their discussions about a reunion with outfielder Brett Gardner. I mean, I think Brett Gardner, I think you could get him back for cheap. If you take a look at the Yankees depth chart right now. Oh, actually, I think we were already on the page, so we can just go to the depth chart here. So right now, if you take a look at what the Yankees are working with, Clint Frazier, this is the guy you have to keep out in left field. Unless there's some kind of a blockbuster trade. I don't know. It seems like the Yankees aren't really going that route. I feel like they would have already done something by now. But Clint Frazier, he's their left fielder. You got to stick with him. You got to go with the future now. Clint Frazier is ready to go. Stick with him. Aaron Hicks in center field. I think it's good if you can bring Gardner back. If you can bring Gardner back, I think that's going to be a good move because you never know with Aaron Hicks. How's he going to do? Aaron Hicks, he just never really seems to be able to stay on the field. Aaron Judge as well. I mean, you got the injuries with him. I think Brett Gardner, he's been a reliable Yankee over the years. I think Brett Gardner would be a good guy to have on the bench, a fourth outfield kind of a guy. They also have Greg Allen as well. They just signed Greg Allen recently. He's pretty athletic. He's got some speed. He's got a good glove. So Greg Allen's a guy that can come off the bench for the Yankees as well. So I think Brett Gardner, if you can bring him back, I think that would be a good move. So, but then as well, I want to take a look at some free agents. If you're going to take a look at maybe some free agents that the Yankees could sign. So taking a look here, relief pictures. So who are some guys that could fit the Yankee profile? We want some guys that can throw hard. Another thing too, I also wonder, so a lot of people have been speculating about Masahiro Tanaka now. You know, my gut is telling me, oh, we got a super chat coming in. Graham Garrett. Is it reading it? Oh, it's not reading it. Why isn't it reading it? Oh, I'm sorry, everyone. But Graham Garrett, thank you so much. $1.99 super chat. Where's the rest of the big name free agents going? If I were to do a rapid fire one real quick for you, Graham, I'm going to go rapid fire. JT Realmuto, he's going to go back to the Phillies. I don't see him going elsewhere. Trevor Bauer, I'm still sticking with the Angels. I feel like with the Mets, I don't think they're going to go over that luxury tax. That's what I'm thinking. Justin Turner's a toss-up for me because I wonder if the Dodgers bring him back, they're going to go over that luxury tax. Unless they make some moves elsewhere to free up some payroll. I could see Turner going to the Blue Jays, to be honest. I've predicted that in the beginning. Marcus Semien, I'm kind of wondering what he's going to end up doing. I don't know. I feel like Semien's going to go to kind of one of these cheap teams to kind of really rebuild value over this next year. I don't know. Unless a team is willing to give him a multi-year deal, I think teams really want to see if he can produce over a full season again like he did in 2019. I could see Semien taking like a decent-sized deal with a team like the Reds. I don't know if the Reds are going to give the money. I don't know. Maybe a team like the Orioles. Like kind of a team like that where they're not really going to be in contention all that much. I don't know. I feel like Semien's not really going to go anywhere like of relevance. I could be wrong about that. Jackie Bradley Jr., I think there is a chance. Well, now that the Red Sox have brought back, or now that they brought in Adam Ottavino, I actually want to take a look real quick at the Red Sox payroll. Taking a look at their payroll. So that I believe Adam Ottavino was $9 million. Yeah, $9 million. So the Red Sox are at $192 million right now. They could still bring Jackie Bradley back. If they can give Bradley maybe like $9-10 million per year, I think that could still work out with Bradley. I look out for the Red Sox. I think they could still bring back JBJ. I think the Mets could still bring in a JBJ as well. If you go take a look here, the Mets really need an upgrade. The Mets, they definitely have the flexibility to bring him in as well. So, but that's where I'm at. So thank you again for the super chat. Really appreciate that, Graham, for the $1.99. But going back to the Yankees here, relief pitchers. Who are some guys that they could bring in? Guys that can get ground balls. So I'm looking here, guys that have velocity and can get ground balls. So if you go take a look, let me take a look at Brandon Workman. What was his ground ball rate? I wonder if Brandon Workman would go to the Yankees. Kind of wonder about that. He doesn't have the best velocity. Ground ball. So he gives up about 47% ground balls. Here we go. Let's go to the batted ball data. Oh, we got something else happening. Matt Aldridge with the 99-cent super chat, my friend. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate that. Batted ball. So, as you can see here, as you can see here with Brandon Workman, he gave up a lot of ground balls. I think you could see Workman maybe go to the Yankees. I think that's a possibility. He doesn't have the most velocity, but if you take a look here at the StatCast, they have StatCast on here too. What was his average velocity? I have to look him up on here. I mean, he's going to throw like low 90s for the most part. So while that's loading, who are some other guys? I mean, Ken Giles. Well, Ken Giles, did Ken Giles have Tommy John? Yeah, he had Tommy John. So no Ken Giles. Tyler Clippard, not a lot of velocity from him, but he's been with the Yankees before. Could you see a Mark Melancon maybe? I don't know. Yeah, velocity with Workman. He's going to be sitting around like 92, 93. I don't know. I feel like he might not be a great fit with the Yankees. Let's go look at Clippard real quick. I could maybe see a Tyler Clippard. Maybe like a Joakim Soria. Maybe Shane Green. Shane Green is still sitting out there. Clippard, what's he at? I mean, Clippard's got good advanced numbers. He's not going to have a big fastball. The Yankees tend to go with high velocity kind of guys. So I don't know. Would they want to go back with Clippard? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, you got Shane Green's an interesting one. I wonder if they would bring in Shane Green. Did pretty good with the Braves last year. So Shane Green. Taking a look at Mr. Shane Green. Here we go. So, again, he's going to sit in the low 90s for the most part. Doesn't strike out a lot of guys. Not too much velocity with him. I don't know. What's going on with Roberto Osuna? I don't know. Would they bring him in? I don't know if they would bring him in. I'm kind of wondering what he's going to end up doing. Okay. Can we not look this up? All right. What's going on with Roberto Osuna? Is he hurt? Like, what ended up happening with him? He had a... Did he have to get Tommy John? Or what happened with him? I know something happened with him. Roberto Osuna, where are you at? I can't remember what happened with him. Can someone in the chat let me know what happened with Osuna? He got Tommy... Didn't he get Tommy John? I was about to say, didn't he get Tommy John? Did he end up getting it though? Or did they not do it? Because I remember there was like he needed it and then like he was trying to not have to do it. I don't know. Oh, Trevor Rosenthal. Thank you, James. I keep forgetting about Trevor Rosenthal. I keep thinking in my head Rosenthal is going back to the Padres. So yeah, Rosenthal, he's probably down on this list because Rosenthal. Really? I think Rosenthal could be the guy. I really think he could be the guy. Oh, I keep forgetting about Rosenthal because in my head I'm thinking the Padres need to bring him back so much, and I'm thinking he's still with the Padres. I mean, a Keone Kela maybe. I could maybe see a Keone Kela. Maybe. I mean, it depends on how. I think from what I've read recently, he seems to be good to go. Good velocity from him. 96. I could see a Keone Kela with the Yankees, maybe. I mean, so Rosenthal as well. No Shane Green, no Brandon Workman. I think you're going to see these guys like then. As you can see, the Yankees are not afraid to go with these guys that have been hurt. They brought in Corey Kluber. They brought in Jameson Taillon, who just had his second Tommy John recently. They're not afraid to go with these guys. I think they would go for a Trevor Rosenthal. I think they'll take a chance on a Keone Kela. I'd have to look more into these guys, but because I can't fully, I don't know, Brad Boxberger. Does he have a lot of velocity? I think he was like I'm going so blank on some of these guys. No, not a lot of velocity. Good spin rate. I don't know. But I think the Yankees, they could take a chance. Especially with the fact, they're going to go for someone in that bullpen. You know they're going to go for someone. Adam Ottavino was $9 million. So that my thinking with the Yankees is I think they were okay with parting with him because they must feel that they're confident enough to be able to land someone in free agency for much cheaper who they think could give just as much results. That's what I think. So I think the two options here, I think a Keone Kela or a Trevor Rosenthal. I think those. Maybe Jeremy Jeffress. Let's look up Jeremy Jeffress. I keep forgetting about him too. I keep thinking he's still on the Cubs. Jeffress did pretty good last year. What was his velocity like? Can't fully remember. 240 people in the chat right now. You guys are awesome. If any of you are in here right now and you have yet to subscribe, you're looking for more baseball news and content, hey, think about hitting that subscribe button. Yeah, Jeffress, I don't know if he really fits that profile. I definitely think a Keone Kela. The more I keep saying this one, I feel like it could make sense. Oh, Pinstripe Alley just wrote about it the other day, too. They're thinking he's got baggage. But, so here we go. After the conclusion of his 6 years of service time, Keone Kela is at last a free agent. Unfortunately for him, however, his stock might be at his lowest point since his call-up as a member of the Texas Rangers. Okay. So, however, in April, he underwent surgery to remove a bone spur from his right elbow. Kela was never quite able to regain his footing. He ended up finishing the 2016 season. Yada, yada, yada. I want more recent. Give me more recent. For Pittsburgh in 2019, Kela was ejected and suspended for his involvement in 2 separate bench-clearing altercations and pitched fewer than 30 innings with separate stints of elbow inflammation that landed him on the injured list. In 2020, Kela got through just 2 innings before more elbow tightness cost him. So, right now, damaged goods from what they're saying. I don't know. Is there any news lately on him? Like, not really seeing anything. I don't know, but I mean, if he's healthy, if the Yankees think he's healthy enough, he's got velocity. So, that, I mean, he could be a fit. And Rosenthal, too. I really think Rosenthal could be a guy. Let's see if there's any news on him. Any Rosenthal Yankees moves going on here? Are the New York Yankees in on Trevor Rosenthal according to Empire Sports Media? This is a week ago about. Per my understanding, the Yankees are active on a number of fronts. Working on some trades. Well, they did the trade today. They're looking into some arms via the trade market. However, they are still looking at the available free agent relievers that are on the market. One of those relievers is someone who they are familiar with. That is Trevor Rosenthal. So how interested are they? Over the weekend, I was told the Yankees had made contact with Rosenthal last week. Now, I was not told if those were serious talks or if the Bombers were simply doing their due diligence with what's available on the market. I don't know. Sounds like maybe they think they can get Rosenthal. I think Rosenthal is going to cost you something, though. Could he be? Is he going to be cheaper than an Ottavino? I don't know. So that's my guess. I wonder. I kind of wonder if I don't know, man. With Keone Kela, he's going to be cheap. You know, with Kela, he is going to be cheap. You know that. He's probably going to be like what, $2 million, $3 million, maybe, if even that. I think the Yankees think they can get someone pretty cheap. So, and they're going to kind of fit more of what they want as well. So, everyone, that's all on Adam Ottavino here and the Yankees. We're going to have to stay tuned on what the Yankees are going to be doing here. You definitely think they're going to bring someone else in for this bullpen. They need someone else for this bullpen. They can't just trade Ottavino and go into the season with what they have. They need someone else. So, tell me, what do you all think of the trade today with Ottavino to the Red Sox? I personally love the trade. I think it's great for both sides. The Yankees are able to clear some payroll. They're able to get more flexibility with how they want to finish constructing their roster for this upcoming season. The Red Sox, I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to be on the record, everyone. I'm going to be on the record. I'm going to say this right now. I said this on Twitter today. I'm going to look right in this camera and say it. The Red Sox, look out for the Red Sox this year for a possible wild card spot. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying, I think the Red Sox, look out. I think the Red Sox might might be in contention this year. I'm not saying they're going to win a division. I'm not saying they're going to get a wild card. But don't be surprised if they're hanging around for a second wild card spot. Do not be surprised at all. And I'm not the only one that thinks that either. You know who else is thinking that too? I'm going to pull it up here. I'm just going to show you what I saw today. Now let's go take a look here. Super chat coming in. James Hirota. Is it reading it? It's not reading it. I don't know why it's not reading it. James Hirota, $1.99. Does adding Bauer plus a Gray make the Angels AL West favorites? Absolutely. Absolutely would. It absolutely would. I think with Bauer, it would make the Angels the favorite for the West. But I don't know if the Angels would get out of that American League with just a Bauer. I think they need to sign Bauer, and I think they need to trade for someone like a Gray. Or if they could get a Hendricks too. If they could get someone, I think they need more depth. I think they need a top-line guy like a Trevor Bauer, and I think they need someone else for depth. So, Jackson, I am not being biased. I am not going to be like Giraffe Neck Mark over here. I'm just saying it like I see it. I'm saying it like I see it. Hold on. I'm pulling up some projections here. Hold on a second. Here we go. Where is it? All right. Get ready for this. I know you all like Fangraphs. Take a look at where the Red Sox are at on Fangraphs right now. They're projected for the 5th best record this year. Yankees, Dodgers, Padres, Mets, and then the Red Sox. It wasn't me that said it. I'm just saying, I've been thinking, I think the Red Sox, I think they could be like an 85 to 90 win team. I've been saying that even before Ottavino. And then they got Ottavino today. And I'm thinking, you know what? I think they might have something. I'm not saying they're going to be able to get it done, but they're going to be there. They're going to be right there. They have depth. They need to stay healthy. That's the problem. They need to stay healthy. I disagree with you, Jackson. I don't think they're a 4th place team. I think they could be a 3rd place team. I really think that. I don't think the Blue Jays have a lot of depth in that starting pitching. The Blue Jays need more pitching. They don't have starting pitching right now. They got Hyun-Jin Ryu, and that's it. Yeah, the Springer move was nice, but that bullpen still needs something. The Blue Jays, yeah, sure, they're hot right now because they got Springer. But the Red Sox, they got a little more depth than those guys do. Granted, the Red Sox, they need these guys to stay healthy. That's a big if. Big if. But if they do, I'm just saying, look out for the Sox this year. Not saying they're going to do anything, but don't be surprised if they're there. Getting a wild card, in that wild card game. Hey, don't come back to me, and say you told me. I'm the one telling you right now. So here we go. Moving on to our next story. So, I'm not going to spend too long on this one because I feel like we have been, we've been talking about this one for a little bit now, and it's kind of beating a dead horse at this point, but it's in the news. I got to talk about it. And that's Kris Bryant looking like the Mets of the Blue Jays are the most likely landing spots. You've heard the Dodgers get involved. You've heard their names kind of rumbling around a little bit for a Kris Bryant maybe, but it's looking like the Mets of the Blue Jays are the most likely landing spots for a Kris Bryant. There's no surprise there. I'm really not surprised about that. So let's take a look here. Kris Bryant. This was actually according to Buster Olney today. So according to ESPN's Buster Olney, one Cubs official thinks the third baseman could head to the New York Mets or the Toronto Blue Jays. Bob Nightingale of USA Today reported that the Mets have been in conversation with the Cubs about the 29-year-old, while the Blue Jays are rumored to have discussed a move that would have brought Bryant and Kyle Hendricks north of the border. I think these guys are going to get traded in some way, shape, or form at some point. I think that's going to happen. I'm not sure if they're going to get packaged together. I think maybe the Cubs kind of think, all right, we can probably get more if we trade them separately. I could see a Kris Bryant. I think the Blue Jays need Kyle Hendricks. I think they really need him. I can't stress enough how much the Blue Jays need pitching. I can't stress it enough. They don't have any depth. I mean, they got some talent, but oh man. And Hyunjin Ryu, you got to wonder about Hyunjin Ryu too as well. He has had some injuries in the past. He's not getting any younger. I don't know, man. I'm worried about that Blue Jays starting pitching depth. I would like them to do well. Really, you Blue Jays fans out there, you deserve to get back to serious playoff contention. You really do. The passion from Blue Jays fans that I've seen, going back, to the Jose Bautista bat flip, that was baseball. That was amazing. Those fans in Toronto were amazing. That was I have the Jose Bautista bat flip in my intro. Blue Jays fans, I love you. I hate you at the same time. Well, not you guys, but I hate the Blue Jays at the same time. But the Blue Jays, man, I would like to see them add someone. Get a Kyle Hendricks. You got to get someone with Hyunjin Ryu. I like Nate Pearson, but Nate Pearson, he's a rookie at this point. He could ball out this year, but they need someone like a Hendricks, I think. So, but I don't know. They need starting pitching. I'm just saying. Blue Jays fans, I love you because you know why I love you, Blue Jays fans? Because when I first started this channel, the geographic location that really helped this channel get going was Canada. One of my earlier videos on this channel was about do you remember last offseason when there were rumors of the Red Sox and the Blue Jays talking about David Price? Do you remember that? I made a video. If you go back to my channel all the way back then, there's a video where I talked about maybe David Price going to the Blue Jays. And that was like my first video that got more than 200 views. I mean, that's not a lot, but at the time it was. So Blue Jays fans, I owe you one because you kind of got me started a little bit. And you're always so nice. I love all you Blue Jays fans. You're great. But back to the Kris Bryant here. So I'm just saying, I think the Blue Jays, they really could use him. I think the Mets really would benefit from a guy like a Kris Bryant. I think that would be awesome. If the Mets could get someone like him, another bat for the middle of that lineup, I think that if you could make that lineup just a little more deep, I like the Mets pitching. I think they got some arms there. I like what they got going on with starting pitching. I think the bullpen could be pretty good too. I'm just saying, Kris Bryant, Kyle Hendricks, I would not be surprised if you see these two on the move really soon. It just feels like a matter of time before Bryant goes somewhere. You just keep seeing his name in the rumors. I don't know. I think if the Cubs hang on any longer to him, unless he ends up having like this amazing, first half of the season, I don't know. But do you want to bank on that? I don't know. So Kris Bryant, he's lost a lot of value over the last couple of years. The advanced numbers have been digressing with him. So we'll have to wait and see what ends up happening with Kris Bryant. Kyle Hendricks, the Cubs would get a pretty good package for Kyle Hendricks. I'll say that right now. So, Ben, I hope you're not saying that to me, my friend. I watch too much baseball. Who are you talking about? Is that me? Who are you talking to? Anyway, but Kris Bryant, we'll have to see where he goes. All right, everyone. So, like I said, I wasn't going to spend too long on that one because, that one is just, it's just over and over and over again with those two. But I got to report it. If Buster Olney's saying something, if Bob Nightingale's saying something, I got to tell you guys as well. But the big one that I want to get into here, besides the Ottavino trade, there was some rumblings today between Major League Baseball and the Players Association. I hate to say it, everyone, but they're not getting along again from what it seems like. They're not getting along. They could be at odds again. So there was some stuff today. There was some negotiations between the two sides over the universal DH. That was rejected by the Players Association today. Oh, Ben, I see you. Thank you. I was like, what are you talking about? I watch baseball, Ben. But here we go. Moving on here. Let's pull up the article. Here we go. Alrighty. So, latest on the universal DH and the expanded playoffs. So, Major League Baseball Players Association rejected the league's most recent proposal to implement a universal designated hitter, according to Ken Rosenthal of The Athletic. So, basically, what Major League Baseball is trying to do right now, they're trying to get the universal DH, and I'm all about it. Get the universal DH in here. You need more bats. That would help Marcell Ozuna out so much. That would help out guys like a Nick Castellanos so much. It opens up the job market. It gives these guys more opportunities where they're not so great in the field. And I know in a way, you're kind of rewarding guys in a sense for not being great fielders, but it is what it is. People like bats. People like home runs. People like offense. That's what they like to see. Major League Baseball, they're trying to get the universal designated hitter. However, the Players Association rejected this today. However, I can understand why they rejected it. So, it says here, MLB offered up a universal designated hitter and a willingness to rule in favor of 2 players on a pair of service time grievances per Rosenthal. But in exchange, they wanted expanded playoffs, they wanted a pitch clock, and they wanted a spring training trial run with electronic strike zones. So basically the trade between the two sides. Major League Baseball wanted the universal DH, and they wanted... Oh, we got a super chat coming in. NBA highlights. The Jays are coming for the Yankees. Or the Jays are coming for the Yankees' head in the AL East, and the Yankees are losing. Tanaka is huge for the Jays because he destroys us all the time. That could be an option, too, for the Blue Jays. Would Tanaka go north of the border, though? Would he go north of the border? That's going to be interesting to see if he would do that. I think he would be a great fit with them. I think he'd be a great fit. I'd love to see that, honestly. I don't know. I kind of wonder, is Tanaka going to go back to the Yankees? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Thank you so much, NBA Highlights, for the $6.99 super chat. Really appreciate that. But back to the deal. Major League Baseball, they wanted a universal DH, they wanted expanded playoffs, they wanted a pitch clock, and they wanted electronic strike zone. So they wanted 4 things, but the Players Association basically said, no, we're not doing that. So, yeah, they offered the DH. Oh, no, I said that wrong. Let me say that again. They wanted the DH, and they said they would give them the DH, and they would rule in favor of 2 players over service time. But in return, they wanted the playoffs, pitch clock, and electronic strike zones. Players basically said, nah, there's no reason for us to really accept this. The big thing, I think the players would be okay with having the universal DH, but I don't think they want to have the expanded playoffs. And I think a lot of us fans can agree that the expanded playoffs, they're not the best thing. I mean, sure, I like more teams. I like teams that can get more opportunities. But I don't like the way they did it this past year. It was just too many. For this year, it was fine, but ended up not really making any much of a difference at all. You know, you got a team like the Marlins who got in there and they got by the Cubs. That was pretty cool. But then they ended up getting slaughtered by the Braves in the division round. So, the Padres almost got knocked out, but they ended up hanging on. So a lot of people thought the Padres are going to move on past the Cardinals this year. I just think the expanded playoffs, what a lot of people think is that it's going to water down the playoffs. It's going to kind of make a playoff spot less valuable. And the players don't think it's worth it. They don't think the universal DH is worth the expanded playoffs. But then again, it's also like they already have these parameters set. And I think the players just really, they want to just go when it's time to come to talks again over a new CBA, they want to come back to the table and they want to have those conversations there. The players don't need to change anything. Major League Baseball, they're trying to make some stuff happen, you know, but the players, they don't really see a need to right now. And I kind of understand that. I think, you know, when it comes time to have those talks again, have those talks, you know, but for right now, it's like, no, we're not doing anything like that right now. When it comes time, we'll talk about it, but not right now. So that's where I appreciate the fact that Major League Baseball, they are trying to get the universal DH, but they want the expanded playoffs in return. So I don't know, but that's the latest going on. But there was also another thing too. If you go take a look, so one more thing here. So there was something that came out today that the Cactus League, one of the spring training leagues that have where they play over in Arizona, they wanted the start of spring training to be delayed. So there was actually something here. Let me see if I can find it. What was it again? Here we go. It was on Sports Illustrated. So, Cactus League came out today and said, hey, we want the start of spring training to be pushed back a month. We want another month because, COVID cases are kind of high right now. We want, to give more time for these cases to die down. A lot of people were thinking that Major League Baseball had the Cactus League do this on purpose to try and push the season back. I think Major League Baseball, they want to have less games because at the end of the day, they're still not going to be able to have fans. They're still going to lose a lot of money. I think Major League Baseball, they had the Cactus League come out today and put this out, or at least this is what players are wondering. They're thinking that that Major League Baseball had the Cactus League come out, put out a statement, push back the time for push back the start of spring training. So, and a lot of players are thinking, oh, you know what? I think Major League Baseball, they're trying to play a little dirty here. But Major League Baseball, they were asked for comment on that, and they said, nope, not really anything to that. So it said it right here. Here we go. It says here, a person familiar with the union's position suggested to Sports Illustrated that Major League Baseball pushed the Cactus League to leak the letter as a chess move in its larger squabble with the union over the length of the season. I don't know what's going on with that because I thought I just read a couple weeks ago that Major League Baseball, they were planning on having a full season. They were planning on starting on time. I don't know. Maybe Major League Baseball, they're trying to, did that really? No, that did not happen. Masahiro Tanaka did not sign. Really? Dang it. Quit doing. Wait, hold on. Wait. No way. Masahiro Tanaka close to returning to Japan. Really? No way. Stop it. I thought you guys were ribbing me for a second. Oh, I got to get on Twitter. There we go. Tanaka. Um, 39 minutes ago, they're going to make a formal offer. He's in negotiations. So he's in negotiations. So it has not been fully agreed on yet. So Griminator, that is not accurate. Where are you seeing that? Where's the report for that? So it looks like right now they're just in negotiations. Masahiro Tanaka. I mean, he's been saying for the past couple of weeks, if he doesn't go back to the Yankees, he would go back to Japan. Okay, so he's in negotiations. I don't know. I don't think he's going to go back to the Yankees. I don't think he's going to go back. Oh, we got a super chat coming in. Hunter with a $2 super chat. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you, my friend. I hope you're having a good day as well. Appreciate that. It's always nice to come on here and talk some baseball. So thank you, Hunter. Really appreciate that. Tanaka going to be really interesting. Going to see, got to wait and see what ends up happening. Is this kind of a, like a leverage kind of a thing? I don't know. But getting back, Players Association, Major League Baseball. Again, whatever. We can sit here and talk about what they're going back and forth of, whatever. But at the end of the day, it just really shows, what is going to happen between these two with the next collective bargaining agreement. I'm very curious to see, man. I don't know, especially after, what happened, this past year, with the COVID season, making it a 60-game season, going back and forth in the media with each other, not able to come to terms on something solid for this past season. And then, kind of going back and forth here again. Like I said, there was this accusation here that the players were thinking Major League Baseball had the Cactus League do this on purpose. That makes me think these players do not trust Major League Baseball. There is no trust between these two. these two sides, it doesn't seem like there's really any trust. So, I don't know. I'm going to have to wait and see. I really hope baseball doesn't get freaking pushed back again, man. Just start on time. Just wear the masks. Do what you got to do to make it safe. You got to start opening stuff back up. Just do what you got to do to make things safe. I mean, you know, I think it seems like we're doing all right now. It looks like we got a ways to go with the numbers, you know, but I think if football was able to have a full season, if they were able to have fans in the stands, you know, and everything seemed to go pretty smooth, I think you can do this if you're baseball. You're outside, so I don't see a problem with just starting everything on time. I don't know. So I definitely understand where some players could be coming from with saying, you know, that Major League Baseball had them leak this on purpose, you know, to try and get the season pushed back a little bit, to try and reduce the number of games for the season, because that's what Major League Baseball, they're trying to save some money. And, you know, simple as that. But everyone, that's all I have for tonight. That's all I have. I'm going to come back to you here. So everyone, I want to thank you for coming out tonight. 205 people strong still in the chat. You guys are awesome. I want to thank you all for the super chats tonight. For those of you that sent in some support for the channel tonight, really appreciate that. Before I get out of here, hit that subscribe button if you are looking for more baseball news and baseball content. We're on our way to 6K. We're actually almost at 5.1. We're at 5.09 right now. So if you are looking for baseball news, think about hitting that subscribe button. We are really close to getting to 5.1 subscribers. And we're definitely on the road to 6K by opening day. Hopefully we can get there. Hit that like button for me before we get out of here. 107 likes at the moment. That's awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for getting us to 100 likes yet again. I think we're on a streak right now of 100 likes. I think we're on a streak. I think that may be like somewhere between like 5 to 10 streams now. Maybe even more of at least 100 likes. So I want to thank you all again. And go follow me on Twitter if you want to go talk some baseball over there. But everyone, I want to thank you for coming out tonight. Really appreciate that. Again, another good night of talking some baseball. So if anything happens tomorrow night, you know where to find me. I'll be right back here. Be on the lookout for some videos this next week or two. I'm going to start dropping some videos. And, but yeah, that's all I have for tonight, everyone. Thank you so much. And I'll talk to you next time.